Alright guys, it is 2025 and it is time to mature a little bit. A few years ago we made a video on the top 5 mods. We were talking about plasti dip, muffler deletes, and front lips, but it's time to grow up a little bit. We're leveling up. We're talking about mods that actually change the entire way that your car feels, looks, and also drives. No more quick, super cheap band-aids. There will always be a special place for those budget mods in my heart. These mods also can be done on a budget, but these are the top 5 mods that I think are the best first modifications that you guys should do to any car, and they will be in a specific order. What I think should be done from 1 to 5. These 5 mods will completely transform any vehicle, no matter what car you put them on. Think of it like we are finally hitting our automotive puberty. We're leveling up, we're past those quick band-aids like spray painting your wheels black. It's time to grow up, it's time to glow up. I hope you guys are excited. Let's jump into it. Modification number 1 is an exhaust. An exhaust is going to improve your car's sound, your personality of the vehicle, the performance of the vehicle. It's going to increase your enjoyment every day. When you actually hear the engine, you know, that is something that makes me smile. I definitely always want to hear some noise coming from a car, especially if it's a performance vehicle. No more quick $80 muffler chops, you know, or slapping on an eBay, you know, rice burner, a big fat can, which again, there is a place for it. But tastefully modifying a vehicle can also be done on a budget, so that's where this comes in. An exhaust, whether it is a delete, which could sound good as well in some cars, more so like an axle back, an actual muffler upgrade. Those are what I'm talking about here, not the muffler that you slap on that's going to wake up the entire neighborhood. It sounds like a tin can rattling out the back of your Honda Civic. Again, I'm not forgetting my roots, hence the Civic behind me in our logo. There is many ways to increase the performance and also make it sound good without just blasting more noise into the air. I have done plenty of exhaust modifications in my past. There's so many different exhaust notes that can be had from different vehicles. And a little modification can really wake that thing up, whether it is a Honda, whether it's a Subaru, whether it's something that screams like a Ferrari, or something right in the middle ground like a BMW 335. They all have their distinct noises. It is what opens up the inner heart and excitement of all car enthusiasts when you hear that noise, whether it's from more turbo flutter noises with a high flow catback, or a high flow downpipe, or it is a simple axle back install. That is one of the best ways to really improve the enjoyment of driving your vehicle and would be my #1 recommendation on this list. So try not to just be the guy that slams on a big loud exhaust. You know, you can do it, be my guest, but I'm giving my recommendations from mistakes that I've made in the past. My neighbors still hate me from exhausts that I've had on my cars. But let's jump in to modification number 2, which is coilovers. A good set of coilovers can completely enhance the performance and the looks of your vehicle. You get better handling, adjustability, and you can perfect and dial in the exact stance that you want for your car. Lowering springs are cute and they do the job where necessary, but coilovers are the next cooler, bigger brother. We're not even going to talk about cutting springs. That's a completely different genre of car enthusiast. Coilovers also help cornering. They give you less body roll, makes it feel stiffer, more controlled, down to the ground, better center of gravity. Like I said, it's better handling, better looks for the vehicle. Now, of course, there's many different options that you can go with. You have the BC coilovers, you have KW, you have Fortune Auto, you have things like Raceland or Max Peating rods. However, whatever budget you want to be in can still work for you. I'd recommend finding something in that middle ground range, something like a BC coilover, maybe a KW, something along those lines. You don't need to go ahead and spend $5,000 on a set of coilovers for your car, but depending on your goals of your build, whether you want to take it on a track, a daily driver, a street build, you want to drift it, there's going to be a different setup for each purpose. That being said, if you just want to slam your car, you know, do whatever you want to do. Your chiropractor is not going to thank you for it. Your back's going to be hurting, but guess what? Your followers are going to be stoked on it, and you're going to get all the likes, comments, and love from the TikTok car boys. So go ahead and slam your vehicle down onto the ground. Do whatever you want with it. Have fun with it. But coilovers are my second option for the next best mod to do to your car. So let's move into number 3, and that is going to be a nice set of wheels and tires. Once you have coilovers on the car, that is probably the first thing that I would do before getting wheels. Sometimes it can look a little funky if you reverse the roles and you do wheels first and you still have a stock ride height. So a lot of people in the car space would recommend usually going with a set of coilovers first and then getting your set of wheels. This is another modification that is not only visually pleasing and enhances the look of your car, but also the handling and feel of how your car moves, how it drives, how it goes over bumps, so on and so on. It can have many different performance upgrades or improvements. For instance, lighter wheels is better performance for your vehicle, and better tires equals more grip. You have many different options when it comes to wheel setups, whether you want to have a flush setup, whether you want to have it tucked, whether you want to have it super meaty and wide. Maybe you have fender flares and you need a big fat setup on there. Or if you go with a square setup, which means the size of the wheels are all the same on fronts and backs, that is a square setup, or staggered setup. Some people have a bigger tire / wheel in the back and a smaller one up front. It can go as crazy as big, fat, beefy tires in the back if you're doing a drag setup, and tiny little skinnies. There is extensive research on the proper tire compound, proper tire ratings for whatever application you are using your tires for. So wheel fitment can go on and on and on, and it can definitely increase greatly the looks of your vehicle. If you jump back into our demo car right here, you can see that we slap on a set of wheels after we did the coilovers, lower it down, and now it is a completely enhanced vehicle. It looks completely different with just 2 modifications, let alone also the exhaust on there that makes your car sound better. So right off the bat with these 3 modifications, an exhaust, your coilovers, and a wheel and tire setup, you're going to completely change the look and feel of your vehicle. You'll really enjoy it. Depending on the car, it can completely open up a new feeling of the vehicle entirely, and you're also gonna get some street cred. So people will start noticing it, you'll get respect from other car enthusiasts, you'll start to feel comfortable to bring your car out to car meets, you'll be proud of something that you're driving. It's clean, it's simple, it is OEM Plus. I'm a big fan of OEM Plus now, or even OEM Plus Plus, and add as many pluses as you want. I think that style is just, basic and simple. And that's what we like here as Simple Builds. So can't go wrong with those first 3 modifications. Number 4 is something you guys might not expect, but I'm gonna throw it on there. I think it's something that makes a complete world of difference with your vehicle, and you might not see it on a lot of people's list for the top 5, but the 4th best modification that I think for any beginner getting into cars is a steering wheel. Upgrading the steering wheel gives you a better feel, increases the ergonomics, makes your car feel more advanced, it makes it feel more luxury, it can make it feel sportier, make it feel more track oriented. All in all, it just increases the whole feel of the cabin and the driver feel. It's a completely new experience. Can cost anywhere from $100 to $1,000. Many cars come with pretty nice steering wheels from the factory, but it can really change the entire feel of the vehicle because that is what you control the vehicle with, and it's what you're looking at every single day you get in the car. There's many different options out there. You have things like Momo, you have a Nardi steering wheel, you have Sparco steering wheels. You also have OEM swaps, which is big in the BMW space. You can go from a base model steering wheel all the way up to an M Sport steering wheel or an M steering wheel, which comes in M cars. That's just one example. A lot of different manufacturers have that. Something that was notable for my Focus RS, which I really enjoyed that modification, was a completely new steering wheel with Alcantara grips and also carbon fiber. Every time I got in that car, it was a much better experience, super enjoyable, just completely changed the whole feel of the vehicle for me and the driving experience. A good steering wheel, I can relate it to almost like a good firm handshake. You don't want a soggy, like weird handshake. You want a good firm, good feeling handshake. Some of them even have notches. There's many different styles that you can go with, but you want it to look good, you want it to feel firm and solid. So far we have the car looking good, we have it sounding good, we have it feeling good, and now the last modification that I would recommend, number 5, last but not least, a short throw shifter. The driving experience completely changes with a short throw shifter. When you have a stock throw on the shifter, it feels sloppy, it feels long, it's hard to find the gears. It completely ruins the driving experience for me if the car is amazing, but it has a sloppy shifter feel. You want it to feel crisp, you want it to feel notchy. My first experience with a notchy and fun shifter feel was with my Fiesta ST. And I did a little short shifter install on the end of the ball bearings or the linkages in the engine bay, and it basically just shortened the throw where it connected onto that gear shift lever in the engine bay, and that made a huge difference on that car. Completely changed the driving feel, and you could shift faster. It felt better all around. It was easier to find gears. And like I said, all around it just gave a better and more connected driving experience. This is something that is paired with a steering wheel. When you upgrade these two mods in your cockpit, you now have both touch points that feel amazing. Now, a short shifter kit could come with upgraded bushings, which also would increase the notchiness and ability to, have a good feel on the short shifter. It'll feel more notchy, it'll feel more engaging. You can also pair that with a weighted shift knob with more weight on it. It feels heavier and it feels better to shift. It's easier to find out, where you're navigating that shift knob to with a little bit more weight behind it. And believe it or not, it makes a really big difference. You don't want to feel like you're in a semi truck, or like rowing a boat every time you go to shift gears. You want it to feel notchy, controllable, easy to go into gear, boom, boom, boom. Like I said, faster shifts. Feels better all around. My Focus RS, same thing. That car pretty much, it didn't need one, but if you did do the short shifter install, it completely changed the entire feel of the vehicle. Before we jump into the next modification, we have a honorable mention, and for that, we're gonna go jump into the 535 diesel that we just started working on, and I'll tell you guys more about that modification over there. One of the most annoying things about parking your car for a long time, either overnight, at the airport, or in the streets, is worrying about draining your batteries, especially if you're running accessories like a dash cam. The solution I've been using is this 70 mAh battery pack. This is basically a dedicated power source that keeps your car's main battery safe while keeping everything you still want running. What's cool is how easy this thing is to set up. It comes with all the attachments you need here. You can just plug it right into the cigarette lighter, or if you hardwire it in, it charges up to 30% faster and is built to work with a wide range of vehicle types. I've also found it super useful for other car-related stuff like powering extra lights while working at night, running a portable tire inflator, which could always come in handy, or even things like using a fridge in your car on a long road trip. I've been on plenty of those, and having a power source for that fridge definitely comes in handy. Or running accessories at car meets without touching, as you can see here, the main battery. If you're plugging in accessories and you're at a car meet like a sound system or lights and you don't want to drain your battery, by hooking it up to this, make sure you plug it into that extra battery source and you guys will be all set. Once this thing is topped up, you get up to 14 hours of extended power, and it has smart protections built in like current control, delayed charging, and safeguards against overheating or over voltage. When it comes to parking monitoring, this is honestly the best companion for their dash cam. That is the ultimate solution if you want 24/7 coverage without draining your main battery. So if you want peace of mind when you park, or you just want extra battery power for your setup, check out the 70 mAh battery pack. Right now, the official website is offering you guys 15% off, and you can stack it with my exclusive code for an extra 5% off the T100 bundle. So that is the battery pack plus the dash cam for an even better deal. So let's jump back into it. So to recap, number one, first modification that I recommend you do is the exhaust. It's gonna make it feel better, it's gonna sound better, and it can perform better. The second, again, improving handling and also performance of the vehicle as well as its looks, coilovers. The third modification I recommend is something that increases the looks and the performance of the vehicle, good set of wheels and tires. The fourth is a new steering wheel, makes you feel more connected, something that you look at every single time you get in the car, feels better on your hands and on the driving experience, and also looks better and increases the cockpit look and feel. And the fifth one, a short throw shifter. Makes you feel more connected to the car, it's easier to find the gears, it's faster shifting, and it completely improves the feel of the vehicle, makes it feel more track oriented, more comfortable, and also easier to drive, and gives you, a little bit better feel like you're driving something that might be nicer than what you're actually driving. I did also a short throw shifter install on the Honda Fit. Car definitely didn't need it, but it completely improved the handling of the vehicle. We had similar modifications on it: the exhaust, wheels and tires, coilovers, short throw shifter, and that car completely changed from the time that we started with it and when we finished with it. It was a completely new car. Even though it was slow, it was super fun to drive, and it looked pretty cool too. So we've matured. No more plastic dip, no more $40, stick on lips, eBay, parts flying off on the highway. There is those builds that still warrant that. But in my personal experience and my taste and how it's evolved over the time, I no longer enjoy slapping on those cheap and quick, easy modifications. There was a time for that. It was fun, but now we're maturing, we're leveling up. And listen, do these 5 mods that are actually going to increase the performance and looks of your vehicle, and you will feel the difference every time you get in your car. Your friends aren't going to roast you any longer. You'll feel comfortable and confident going to car meets and showing off what you've built. The car is going to look better, it's going to sound better, it's going to feel better. So here's the 2025 leveling up our cars and our taste and our builds. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know down in the comments if I missed anything, how you would rearrange it, or if it was a completely different modification that you'd recommend, doing for your first top 5 modifications. Drop them down below. I'd love to start the conversation, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been Simple Builds. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next one.